Welcome to the Full-Time FBA Show. In each episode, it's our goal to help you turn part-time hours into a full-time income selling almost anything on Amazon. And now, your hosts of the show, Stephen and Rebecca Smotherman.
Welcome to episode number 249 of the Full-Time FBA Show. And today we're going to talk about how to increase the longevity of a successful Amazon business. And to talk with us about that is my wife, my business partner, Rebecca. What's up?
Well, I'm just thinking about increasing longevity of a business. And I would think that some of that is similar to increasing the longevity of your life. And I think that being able to laugh together is one way to do that. And we've been laughing as we're trying to get this episode going. We took it all out in editing, but I think this is the fourth or fifth try because Stephen keeps laughing for some reason.
Because you're funny. And then I remember, I'm trying to be serious, but then I remember the funny thing that you just did, and I just start laughing.
Okay, well, on that note, let's get into today's topic.
Yes, let's do that. Don't worry, we'll throw all the funny stuff into a blooper episode sometime in the future, but you've waited long enough for this episode, so let's get into it.
When you start selling on Amazon, most Amazon sellers have the dream that Amazon will finally be the answer you've been looking for when it comes to working from home, becoming your own boss, getting out of debt, saving for the future, whatever your big financial goal is. And you hear from people like us telling you that Amazon is an amazing opportunity for financial growth. But the truth is that not everyone who starts selling on Amazon will make it work for them. In this episode, we'll break down why some Amazon sellers throw in the towel and quit.
Yeah, and the idea for this episode, it came from many people emailing me over the years, but the most recent was Carol R., who emailed me and said, Stephen, this is year 3 for me as an Amazon seller, and I'm a little frustrated. I'm thinking of quitting unless I could, quote, figure it out soon. And that breaks my heart that she's put 3 years of her life into her Amazon business and has not found much success from it and is thinking of quitting. And so for this episode, we're going to break down the 4 reasons why people are not finding success that they expected to experience after they started selling on Amazon. So Rebecca, kick us off with the first reason.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons that Amazon sellers aren't finding success in the long term is because they don't start out with realistic expectations of what it's going to be like to actually be a successful Amazon seller. And that's one of the things that we try to communicate clearly with anyone who's interested in learning how to sell on Amazon. We want people to have clear expectations of what it's going to be like. But we know 2 things. Number 1, not all new Amazon sellers follow us, so they're not going to hear that from us.
Yep.
And number 2, some of those who do follow us don't retain the reality that we're trying to convey, that Amazon requires hard work and it requires dedication. And then they start to look at selling on Amazon through rose-colored glasses, and they only focus on the possibility of making a full-time income instead of recognizing that full-time income is going to come from a consistent commitment through working hard and sticking with the process. So some newbies, they quit selling on Amazon when it gets, quote, too hard. And guess what? It is not too hard to succeed. It's just not super easy. And anything worth doing to make money online is going to require hard work and sticking with it. And those who actually do stick with it are going to come to learn that success is possible.
Absolutely. And if you've been listening to us before, I just remember my analogy that I've shared on this podcast before, that selling on Amazon is like the opposite of a video game. In a video game, you start off on level 1. It's super easy. You basically learn how the game works. And as you play and level up, the game gets harder. But selling on Amazon is like the opposite of a video game. With Amazon, you start off on level 10 and it starts getting harder and harder to get some momentum with sourcing and profits. But the longer you stick with it, guess what? The easier it gets to find that success. So hear me that I did not say it gets easy. I said it gets easier. And the truth that we want everyone to know, it's going to be hard at first. But if you follow the process and learn the skills that we coach you, you'll start to see that the game of selling on Amazon gets much easier to level up with. And so don't let the hard stuff at the beginning stop you from finding the success that you spend more time in your Amazon business on and seeing that success yourself.
Okay. And then I would say the next reason that most Amazon sellers quit selling on Amazon and they move on to possibly a different income stream is this. They are not a good boss.
Womp womp.
So many Amazon sellers love the idea of becoming their own boss. That is honestly one of my favorite parts about this type of work is that we get to be our own boss. And a lot of people are attracted to that idea. But guess what? You've still got to be a good boss if you want to find success. So to make it working at home in any job market, you will have to be a self-starter, self-motivated. You need to create realistic but challenging goals. You need to be creating goals, period, but they need to be realistic. And you need to stick with the work when you'd rather be doing something else that day. And you need to have good time management. You need to be adaptable to change because change is definitely going to happen in this business like any other business. You're going to have to be a problem solver and you're going to need to be coachable. So think about the 7 areas of what I just listed out. And those are all ways that you could successfully work from home and grade yourself. Think about how good of an Amazon seller boss are you? I'll list them out again real quick. Self-starter, self-motivated, create realistic but challenging goals, stick with the work when you'd rather be doing something else, be good at time management, be adaptable to change, be a problem solver, and be coachable. So what score would you give yourself on those areas?
I'm also wondering if that's 8.
Yeah, that's 8.
All right. So, and finally, know how to count.
Know how to count. That's really important if you're selling on Amazon.
Yes.
Anyway, those 8 areas. How would you rate yourself on that?
Yeah, we'll have these listed also in our show notes.
Yeah, we'll put those in the show notes. 8 areas.
Yes.
FulltimeFBA.com/249 for episode number 249. And all of this will stay in.
Yeah.
This part, we're leaving in some of the laughs, guys.
You know, in the real world, most people work better with a good boss. In fact, some will still work better with a bad boss in comparison to working from home for themselves. But if you really want to make some serious money selling on Amazon, then you got to have some quality boss skills. And so you might be hearing and thinking, okay, Stephen, so I know I'm not a good boss of myself. So how can I still make this whole selling on Amazon thing work? Well, what was the last of the 8 things that Rebecca listed? It was being coachable. You know, when we want to learn a new skill, that's usually when we are the most coachable. So get some coaching on these skills and you can find some success. In fact, we can help you out with that with our Full-Time FBA coaching program. Whether you're wanting to make a full-time income on Amazon or you're just looking for a solid income generating side hustle, our coaching program can help you with both of the skills and the strategies for selling on Amazon and can help you learn or improve the skills that it takes to successfully work from home too.
I'm just thinking about all the times when I was a kid, this whole thing about being a good boss, the number of times that I, as a self-motivated and very driven young girl, was called bossy. It turns out that being a good boss is a good skill.
Yes.
So all of you girls out there who grew up being called bossy, you're not a bossy. You are a good leader.
That's right.
And you can be a good leader for yourself.
Exactly.
All right. So the next big reason that some Amazon sellers don't push through the muck and the mire of growing an Amazon business is this. They are far too easily distracted.
Squirrel.
Exactly. And when it comes to making money online, there are so many different strategies that you will hear about, especially if your social media algorithm knows that you love entrepreneurial ideas. Your algorithm on whatever app you're using has been trained to give you more and more and more information about more and more different ideas about making money online or doing business. And it's going to put you in so many different directions.
Yep.
All of them might sound like good ideas at first, and they all promise to be the answer for your financial goals. But all of these ideas will only work if you stay committed to sticking with 1 or 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. In fact, you might have experienced the same pattern in your own life. You've tried one entrepreneurial idea and it didn't work fast enough for you. So you tried a different strategy and that didn't work for you either. So you've tried another strategy and that didn't cause the money to come. And guess what? There are no fast and easy money ideas, strategies out there. There's plenty of slow and hard work strategies to make money online. And we think obviously a little bit biased, that selling on Amazon combined with that hard work and commitment will lead you to experiencing the success that you're looking for in a work from home business. Yes, other strategies will tempt you with doing something else because quitting is easy. Starting over, it's easy. What's hard is actually sticking with it. And this is true in so many things in life, but definitely true with selling on Amazon. The longer you stick with it, the more you start learning other reseller skills and trying things out, the more you're going to experience the success that you're looking for.
Yeah, I would say that was number 4 among the reasons why people quit selling on Amazon, is that it is easy to quit and it is hard to stick with it. Quitting is easy. It gives you an out. Sticking with it is going to be hard, and it requires courage. It requires overcoming your fears, and not everybody wants to do that. But we would love to help you know exactly which Amazon seller strategies are the ones worth focusing on, the ones worth getting over your fears for, the ones that will help you get your Amazon business started or start growing in the right direction. Because there are many different Amazon seller strategies, and we want you to learn the exact ones that have helped us and have helped our coaching clients grow successful Amazon businesses from the comfort of their own home. And one of the best ways we can help you is to invite you to our upcoming workshop. It's starting very soon. In fact, no matter when you're listening to this podcast, we'll have a free workshop coming up soon just for you. But if you're listening when this episode drops, it's going to start in 1 week. You can sign up for that next workshop by going to fulltimefba.com/workshop. And the focus of this upcoming workshop is going to help you realistically boost your side hustle income by selling on Amazon.
So whether your goal is to make a full-time income selling on Amazon or to have just a solid income producing side hustle, this workshop is going to be exactly for you. It's going to help you with the right strategies and activities to focus on to make some good money on Amazon as a side hustle or to work it into a full-time income. So whether you want to add a profitable income stream to your current job or you want to completely replace your current job's income altogether, join us for this Amazon Income Accelerator workshop and sign up for free, fulltimefba.com/workshop. We seriously can't wait to see you there.
Thank you so much for joining us for this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. As a reminder, the show notes and all of the links that we mentioned in this episode can be found at fulltimefba.com/249 because this is episode number 249.
And next week on the show, we're going to talk about why you need to be an Amazon athlete to find success with Amazon. What does that even mean? What am I talking about? Well, we'll see you next week, and I'll tell you all about it.
That's all for this episode of the Full-Time FBA Show. So head over to fulltimefba.com/podcast, where you'll find the show notes and links from this episode. While you're there, subscribe to our newsletter where you'll get several free downloads of our popular and helpful Amazon FBA resources. Now, take action on what you've learned today so you can find success at turning part-time hours into a full-time income with Amazon FBA.